Shalom. First and foremost, want to give our praises to our power Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makal Kodash. Call Allah Yam La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makal Kodash. That's in ancient Hebrew to say praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the Heavenly Father, for the world they're going to call Jehovah, God, or Yahweh, and His Son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. For the world, they're going to call Jesus Christ, Yeshua, or Yeshua. True name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and His Son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors and to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers and more, pushing His word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel, shalom. This one, that is the main title. Flee the shadows of this world, you know, and that's one book of Sirach. No, sorry, Second Esdras, the second chapter, you know, and it speaks about supposed to flee the shadow of this world, you know, and what are the shadows of this world, right? Basically the wickedness. As people tell us, this kingdom is sinful, you know, and everything. But if you ever go on until they say either to basically be a friend of this world, is an enemy of the Most High. Because all that is exalted, as it's written, folly is set in dignity. All that is exalted in this world, is wickedness. You know, so also hopefully like the remnant, you know, supposed to flee the shadows of this wicked ass kingdom, you know, and turn toward power, you know. Right now, them come up with them vaccine, and them ultimately want to ship us, you know, the mark with the mark of the beast, you know, with implantable RFID chip. You know, that's ultimate goal. But we're supposed to take ourselves from these things, you know, first mentally, you know, and hopefully literally, you know, we hear that voice that come up from among her, you know, that he received not the plagues, and we'll get beamed up in the chariots, Lord's willing. That's our ultimate aim. But it start from mentally, when the Spirit say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, you know, it's polluted, and it shall destroy you with a sore destruction, and with plain eyes, you know, right, those who have spiritual eyesight can actually see, oh, indeed, this place is polluted. You know, even makes the mentality of people nowadays, you know, so gone, you know, so corrupt. Women no longer know how to be women. Men literally don't know how to be men. You know, children, them gone. The whole family structure, you know, change. It's corrupt. I just give us a warning to them that surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, roughly paraphrase. You know, because things has been turned, you know, right, upside down. The correct way how society is supposed to be structured, you know, it basically gets screwed. Right now, folly, you know, is looked on as righteousness, and righteousness is deemed as folly. You know, as the Scripture tells us in Isaiah 5th chapter, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. You know, the whole way of life right now, you know, the Scripture says plant a noble vine, or come at the a strange plant and thing, basically degenerated, fall from an unsexual quality. You know, pronounce it right. You know, we were, as the Scripture say, the Most High great man upright, you know, but we sought out many inventions, you know, basically wickedness, right? Follow after the way of the devil, which was the devil, the so-called white race. You know, the Scripture say, the way of the upright, you know, something like that, it's good in all his way, but the way of the wicked seduceth him, you know. And the wicked, Malachi 1 verse 4, you know, they're upright, you know, it's basically Jacob. So the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, the Spanish Latinos, we are the biblical Israelites, according to the Bible. But we have been placed, over here, in the valley of the shadow of death, when death is on every side. Everywhere you turn is basically death. And we have the light, life as well. Because we call it, Moses said it, this day I put before you life and death, and blessing and curse. Choose life that ye shall live. And what is life? Yahweh Shai, ultimately, which going back to the laws, judgments, and statutes, and the words of the scriptures, is what actually preserve us, and keep us. But we have chose death. Our forefathers, which if you can receive it, we are our forefathers. We chose death, and now we'll be still live it. We are facing the consequences years and years and years, hundreds of years and thousands of years after. But in these last days, Scripture prophesy of a remnant that would return, and turn from the wickedness of this world. Right? We have fall back in order. As the Scripture says, we as was in our mind, basically turn from the Most High, so we're supposed to seek Him 10 times more. And by seeking the Most High, I see you're going to find out that the world will go one way, and we go in a different way. Hence, flee the shadow of this world. This world structure, tailored by the devil. We have to go against the ways of the scriptures, go against the Most High. Do as thou will. Right? You call it democracy, women's right, children's right, human rights, which human right bullshit, make a man know say he can do can be a faggot, he can be anything you want under the sun. But righteousness is basically shunned. Because if you come out and say a faggot, put it like that, an abomination, and I'm a LGBTQ that fucker nowadays. You come out and say according to righteousness, righteousness of the scriptures, such abomination should be put out. Say, oh no, that is hate speech. If you come out and say a woman is supposed to be subject unto her husband, which is the man with the virginity, and you come out and say, oh, that is hate speech, you basically being sexist and all sort of bullshit, which you only speaking truth. You come out and say a woman is supposed to have one man, and a man can have more than one woman. Oh no, this is insane. But then basically promote wordom of a woman, which is basically destroying her. A woman, by taking in more than one man, she's actually defiling herself. So righteousness, right, is shunned, is despised, and wickedness is basically glorified. But us here, the hopeful elect, we have to basically see these things. Follow the laws that are written in the scriptures to the best of our ability. And have even, for example, like some common manners and courtesy, and character. People are patient, hard to a certain degree, not saying they're perfect. Like honor, respect, humility, honesty, right? Come some fucking morals here, because growing up here, I can tell you, faggot, wasn't a thing accepted. And I'm like in my 20s, so we did that. But no, the serious and truth is falling in the streets, and equity cannot enter. There's no morals, there's no truth. Right now, I'm trying to say truth is relative. Right? What the fuck? Sure. Isn't me? But people back then, you correct them to a certain degree. Them were alright, actually, true. No, they can't correct nobody. They say something, everybody in them feelings, and logic's gone through the door. They can't tell a woman, say, yo, you're just like a whore, do better. How dare you speak against the sisters? Bitch! You see me? Yeah, worse than people women are come up against us in niggas. But any idea? Most say I fuck up this place either way, and destroy the wicked out of it. As you say, all the sinners of my people shall be put to death, roughly paraphrasing. You know, saying idea judgment of forward, you know, we the hopeful elect you. Our hope, you know, is basically not be taken away, you know, by the destruction or be delivered. You know, as you were saying, here we have no continuing city, but we see one to come. You know, we see the kingdom of heaven. You know, we don't want to partner this wicked ass society that will be destroyed. You know, why partake in something that's temporary, you know, that's going to defile you, when you can get something eternal that's going to build you. The kingdom of heaven will be all about life, you know, versus this place is all about death, right? Everything you touch, the air we breathe right now are poison, the food we eat are poison, the medicine we take is poison, you know, the music are poison, the entertainment are poison. You know, and we might say these things, and you might, if you're new, you might say, no, so this isn't, no, this can't make sense. Look it up. Remember, even when my farmer workplace, I'm going to make it say, the water we are drinking of poison there, you know, and the fluoride or chlorine is good for you. And it's like, it was so far-fetched, you know, to reach for a nigga. He said, no, that can't make, you see me? Like, I said, that can't make sense, but we want the truth, yo. Spiritual eyes will see things what it really is, and will see a defiled earth, a destroyed earth. That's why the scripture will say what it might destroy them that destroy the earth. You know, and if we are in the earth, simple means say we'll basically get defiled as well. You know, we get destroyed. Right? And all credits go to the devil himself, the so-called white race. And we full fault that in the beginning because we transgressed. You know, but with the spiritual eyes, you know, we know it was all prophecy, you know, the will of Yahweh Hashem was trying to fulfill. We all playing out His will. A part of His will, you know, is basically salvation, as the angel told Ezra, you know, the creature, or even the Romans as well, the creature shall be saved, you know, and the creature is referring to the certainly the elect of the nation of Israel, and then all Israel shall be saved, and by Israel the sons basically being redeemed, you know, that redemption, right? Then all the hurt, you know, go back to his true order. Even these nations, you know, go back in them order. And the so-called white race, the wicked, you know, destroy half worlds will be eradicated, you know, as the righteousness prevail. So that's the time that's coming, you know, very soon. You know, what we have to do is just continue, you know, to fight a good fight, and continue to press on unto the end, you know. So that's the lesson, you know, and I walk and talk through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem, you know, try thinking out loud, you know, hope those edifying until they go there. Of course, giving our praises to our power, Yahweh Hashem, you know, Shai Hashem, Kakodash. The bonus and to our elders and apostles and prayer, stone. Like Shalom to go for, like Shalom.